Morning, morning all. Just wait for someone else to come on. Yep. G'day, Anthony. It's the after party. We're going to go through till dawn. Hey, Stephanos. Hey, Chris. Hey, Lucas. Has anyone seen Flyers press conference yet? I wouldn't mind watching that. G'day, Paul.
G'day, mate. And no, I haven't seen. I had bus replacement trains and everything, so I haven't seen anything.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Matt. Hey, Paul.
Hello, mate.
Collingwood Football Club videos. It's hard to tell if this is actually official. I'm looking at a Collingwood. Just best to just go on my Can anyone where would is it the Collingwood Football Club YouTube site that would have the press conference?
That or sometimes the AFL one has it.
And Fox Footy has it too.
Latest. Normally it's easy to find.
There you go. Josh saying, yeah, Fox Footy has it.
Fox Footy, okay. Yeah,
it's
actually,
on the Collingwood. Oh no, Collingwood the following morning.
Fox Footy. Did you see that Port jumper they were wearing tonight?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
It's always been different because it's weird. Like the back of it, it's like black, but the area where their number is white. So it's kind of a real mishmash. But tonight, the back of their jersey was just the Collingwood home jersey.
Mm.
Like they were running around the pitch, and it's like, oh, that's Collingwood out there.
Mm.
I've never minded so much about the,
No, Eddie, I don't think Collingwood's, not asking the questions anymore.
Hey, Lucas.
Hello, Matt. Yeah, I can tell you a bit about that jersey that they wore.
Yeah, okay, go on.
If you want to hear it. So that jersey, so they usually wear the prison bar jersey, which is a different white bar across. This Guernsey was what they wore in 1914 as part of their Invincibles, where they went 20 games undefeated, won the flag in the Sandful. So it's the same jumper as that.
Black back.
So yes,
black.
exactly. Yes, exactly. So that's their jersey they wore in the 1940 to 1914 to celebrate the Invincibles. And 100 years later, they're still winning in it, I guess. But
I don't care. Yeah. They can't wear that. That's bullshit.
Yeah,
that's bullshit.
So they're actually trying to push for it for Gather Round as well. They not that jersey per se, but they want to wear a prison bar jumper, a different one from the 1940s at Gather Round. They wanted to wear it this year, but they declined. Like Port said, oh, we better not. But they definitely want to wear a prison bar jumper, a different one, for Gather Round next year.
Yeah, someone needs to tell those fuckheads that they are not the Port Adelaide Magpies. They are the Port Power, and their colours are black, white, and teal.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to be black and white stripes. They're not supposed to be black and white full stop. They can fuck off.
So if you remember rivalry rounds, they never during the rivalry round they actually never wore that jumper. They wore a Magneto strip, if you can remember, which was a pink striped shirt.
That was their original, wasn't it? They were pink.
So they actually wore that in home showdowns many years ago when rivalry was out in the mid 2000s, and it's only since 2010 where the likes of the Kane Cornses, the David Koshs, that the hardcore Port Adelaide legends saying, you know what, we need to play in this prison bar strip. And then they've worn it against Richmond, they've worn it against Sydney in a special anniversary, they've worn it against Carlton. Remember they wore it against Richmond in a final, for God's sake, in an actual final. And ever since then they've worn it in their showdown. Now this is the first time they've wore a different prison bar jumper in a showdown, which was this Collingwood lookalike to celebrate their 1914 Invincibles win. So that's the first time they've actually gone away from the original prison bar jumper for a different prison bar jumper. And that was pushed by, again, the Josh Carrs, David Koshes, the Kane Cornses.
Yeah, this is true. That they were originally pink. We just need to make everyone understand that if they want to go back to their heritage, they are pink. They were a pink
Magenta,
team.
isn't it? Magenta.
Yeah, magenta. I said Memento. So magenta. Yeah. So they did that for a while, and then it was the Kane Cornses, the Roaring Treadways. They said, "Oh, we don't want to play in this. This is just awful. We want to play in a real black and white, from the Sandful." And then they've worn a black and white jumper ever since. They've never worn that that Magneto jumper again. It's been black and white. And now, like I said, this is the first time where they've worn a different prison bar jumper. Because when I saw them come out, I thought, geez, that's like an alternative Collingwood strip. I thought that was an alternative Collingwood strip. I thought, bloody hell.
Tonight.
That's what. Yeah.
No, it was our home. That's our home strip. Our home strip is mostly dark with white stripes. That's what it looked like. And the white stripes were thin, thin, so it's not exactly the same. But when you pan out and you're watching the all over the field view, it's like that's a Collingwood. Someone said it in the chat earlier. That's a Collingwood Crows game.
That's what I thought. Yeah, because the original one that they wore in the Sandful was different to the Collingwood one, but this one was completely look-alike to Collingwood, and they had the all black at the back of it, which was completely different to their original jersey, prison bar jersey.
Exactly, that's what we're saying. Like that, it's a white. It's where the number is. It's white with a black number. This changed to all black. That's a full-on fucking how Collingwood could, like someone else said, if Eddie's there, that's not happening. But we are just such a spineless organisation now. Barry Karp, who the fuck is this guy? Anyway, who wants to watch a bit of Fly? Excuse me while I spin with Fly. What is this? What has this goose got to say? Let's hear. Here we go. The headline to this was something about we're now starting to get momentum or something like that.
You can see it just behind, hitting our straps or something.
Hitting our straps. Oh yeah, Fly.
It's the mighty of Richmond.
Go back and look at the tape and look.
All right. Okay, so let's get guys. Can people in the chat? Can we stick on like spin lines? Watch if you hear a fly spin line like we're getting better every day, smile on your face, whatever. He doesn't come up with as many when we win, but he'll have some propaganda ready to go.
Look at the opportunities that things we could potentially do better, but ultimately we come in today to put on a show for our 62,000 followers that come today at the MCG and a nice winter's day. And we just feel like we've got a bit of momentum building. It's nice.
Against Richmond.
He
Point
said
is backstage, by the way.
A 5-goal win against Richmond. Oh
he's
yeah,
such an
momentum.
idiot. It's
We're on
Richmond
fire.
to you idiots.
Time of the year to sort of get some things moving, and parts of our game I think are really starting to take shape in terms of things we're doing really well. And there's no week that I know we sat here 7 days ago and said it's an easy game. There's never an easy game in our eyes, and
No, it never is with you, Fly. It never is an easy game. This should have been an easy game. But this is because of you.
but we get an opportunity to go out here today, and I think we improved.
It's only the second time this year you've kicked the ton, and your forward line as the game went on looked more cohesive. What were your thoughts on
Yeah,
that?
we scored at 55% of our entries, which is a huge number. 20 marks inside 50, and still, the competitor in me says we left a few out there as well. But that probably watching from home, you'd think the same. But there's
Yes, because we are not idiots.
kicking 100 points is a nice thing. There's never a goal that we're going to kick 100 points to be the best team we can be. That's not how we work. But it's nice. It's feedback, and there's some chemistry there. Again, we keep building. I think there's some nice signs. Shooter kicked 4 goals from us, having to play a bit deeper today. We've been rotating Geordie and those guys through. That's just nice to feel like there's parts of our game that are in.
Yes, you see, other if this is Chris Scott, and I can't stand Chris Scott, but if this is Chris Scott or a Mick Malthouse or even a Sam Mitchell, they're going to be scathing in this is not good enough. Do you guys agree?
100%. 100%.
Yeah,
This is shit.
Yeah, Chris Scott would probably say, it wasn't the best performance here.
Like we won, but we won ugly. This is what we're going to work on. Like,
Mm.
Matt,
so what you kicked 100 points. We should have kicked 140 points. Hey, Void,
I was just going to say, Void's trying to get in here.
have you been listening to this presser so far, Void?
I have, but I can't remember what he said so far.
He's basically talking about how we're building momentum and it's just such good signs and we're working on this and that and how good it is. And
That's why I
he's
can't
just-
remember. There's nothing for my brain to grab onto there.
Well,
It's
let's
just
keep
a bunch of, stuff.
Tune.
91 points on turnover Fly. Were you aware, was that a focus heading in just in terms of that Richmond play? Like, Adam was pretty bullish about maintaining that game style going forward, but was that a focus heading in?
Yeah, we obviously thought if we defend the ground well, then we'll get opportunities. The historical data says that against Richmond, but it probably says a bit more about the parts of our game that are in good shape. The turnover game is in good shape for us. And our pressure game is in good shape. We had more possessions and had 24 more tackles. So those parts of our game we value, and it's a big number, 91 points. I'm not sure where that sits in terms of us in comparison to ourselves, but it just shows that we're again our chemistry and our ball movement. A lot of D mid turnovers we scored. A lot of D50 to forward 50 we scored today. So full transitions, and we're working hard on this connection part of our game. And early in the season, you all saw and judged us for what it was, but we had to get to work on that. And now, again, we've sort of got a bit of a licorice all sort forward line at times, and we're finding ways to kick 100 points.
against Richmond, would you stop with this 100 points crap? Look at how terse his lips are right now. You see that? He is like, fucking, we were fucking spit. Just tell it. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, you know it was crap. Just tell us. Just, hey, we kicked 100 points, but in all respect to Richmond, they're a young side decimated by injury. That was disgraceful. How do we let that side outscore us in the third quarter? For example.
Yeah.
You know, we went in with what I felt was the best side that we can put on the park. We've got a number of young guys knocking on the door in the reserves, but I gave games to our most experienced players, and apart from the guys that have got long-term injuries, this is the best team that we can field, and the worst side in the competition by miles outplayed us for long periods of the game. Give me a spell.
You must be pleased with De Goey and a number of your players.
Look at the journos just giving him candy. Just the positives. God, was that Xander? Is that Xander Maguire?
De Goey and a number of your players, but particularly De Goey, just the way he's really playing this season, and tonight yet again another good performance.
Yeah, I don't think it's pleasing. It's credit to his work. He's been putting a lot of work into his game, and I'm sure our Pies supporters are sitting at home going, "Yeah, Geordie's backing it up week after week after week." You know, this is now a 6-week block of arguably his best form for a long time, and the things that you don't see that we see is the high speed running was his career best today. You know, like covering the ground at another level. So.
The things that we see that you don't see, there's something that we see that you don't see, Fly. It's called the VFL.
Matt, it might also be fun after the presser to read out some of the comments on YouTube.
I'm going to. Yep. Good idea. I saw a few familiar names in there as well. This guy is fucking kidding himself. Sprucing this up like it's some sort of achievement to beat Richmond by 5 goals.
Although he didn't have this scoreboard impact, we left him forward at times. He's sitting there going, I'm sitting down and the ball's not coming. So we're sort of making sure that we get him in the right position at the right times. But another pleasing performance.
Is he watching too much World Cup soccer? Like, it was noticeable that 3 times in soccer, they weren't rushed or in desperation. They were good passes.
Yeah, well, it gets a bit slippery this time of year too. So there's a need and a want to just take territory any way you can. And we have been watching a little bit of soccer, all of us.
What is wrong with these journalists? How much do you reckon clubs pay a certain amount of money to the journalist, or some sort of cash under the table or whatever, to say, don't ask us any questions about this, and here's some ideas that you can ask us? Because these journalists are pathetic. That's his question. Geordie kicked it off the ground a couple of times. Is that because it's the World Cup?
It's hard to proclaim that we're actually good at it. But it's a part of the game that we want to be good at in terms of getting territory, at least.
The broadcast.
Did you guys hear that? It's a part of it's the part of the game we want to be good at, kicking the ball off the ground.
Oh my God.
You're a witness to this, Lucas.
I'm hearing it. I'm hearing a lot of delusion.
Can you believe it? It's delusional crap.
No offense to your coach, but yeah, okay.
No offense to our coach. And the journos are mostly to blame as well. Can you imagine if Mick Malthouse was getting interviewed and these guys asked a question about what about our kicking off the ground game? Because it's the World Cup at the moment. Steam would have just started coming out of his ears and his nostrils at the same time at the stupidity of the question. But Fly entertained it. And then he said, it's a part of our game we're working on. Kicking the ball
kicking
off the ground?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what he's referring to? That's just the way it reminds me of just what Richmond used to do, when they used to knock it forward any old way possible in their premiership period. I think
Yeah.
that's what he's ham-fistedly referring to.
I think you're giving him too much credit, Void, but maybe.
He has no credit. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Fly.
If Fly was to go back and watch the press conference, he might be thinking, "Oh yeah, that's what I should have said." Yeah. Good point, Void. I'll think of that next time.
He did
Well, he
say
can-
it's getting slippery.
It's Void. No,
The
Void
ball's getting
knows what he's talking
slippery.
about.
It's just-
Fly
the
knows
ball's
nothing.
getting
As
slippery.
Josh just said, taking meters. Keep
Yeah, I
moving the
get
ball
that.
forward.
But the journo's question was like, is that a tactic to kick it off the ground? And he
Yeah,
thought
that
he
was a
being
weird.
really
That was a
clever.
weird thing. Yeah, because it made it sound like you said we were going to practice kicking off the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's to sort of follow a bit of a tense exchange, I guess, between Lockie and McStay at 3/4 time, and then Nick sort of got involved. Is there much to it, or?
I'm not aware of that, but no, we've had a bit of feedback for ourselves that when things don't quite go our way, or parts you're making mistakes in the game, or I'm not having a great game, what that looks like, how we move on from things and how we let things go. That's been a theme for a number of weeks now. I feel like we're getting some progression in that. No, they're two leaders in our forward line that I'm not sure exactly what the exchange was, but I'll have to follow up if there's anything untoward, but I don't think that'll be the case.
You've had to change the composition before line so often across this year due to injury issues. Mitch Badasky, someone who came in, had a debut on King's birthday at the age of 27, went out this week, has 9 shots in the VFL today. Just talk us through the way you responded.
Yeah, really pleased. And we did some work on his goal kicking, just subtle things. He's been in the building 3 weeks.
Fly should have said, "Oh, did he? Thanks. Oh, I wasn't there."
And then trying to set him up to be successful. And in this situation, mate, we don't lead here, or in this situation, we need you to, hold your man out and work for others. There's just so many little details of our game plan that, some have taken years still not to adapt to. And so it's a big ask for him to come in, but pleasing he goes back, and we know he's a good player. Like, he kicked 4 goals, 5, didn't he? I think hitting the scoreboard's not an issue. So he can then get the flow of the game. And I'm watching the game, the VFL game at home, and I was really pleased for him.
Where was that, Fly? I'll give you a pass this week, Fly, because it was at Bundoora. It was a bit of you were cutting it a bit fine to get to the game, but thanks for telling us you watched it at home. At least you're honest.
Him and others. It's nice to get some pressure from beneath. Our VFL have had a really good 3 weeks, and which puts players' magnets up to put pressure on in the AFL. And when we have pressure underneath, then obviously there's another standard we can get to, and we definitely need that in our list.
How important is it that the message to the group, I suppose, is to keep going, like 2 wins, but don't get too high, boys, like still a lot of work to do? Is that sort of a message that you're...
We're very process-driven. We've always been that, but we're very much aware that this is an important part of the year. The ladder position's one thing, but you're starting to play teams all around you, so that there's opportunities, and then there's things you need to take advantage of too at the right time. And we've got a big challenge next week, the Gold Coast. We're heading up there. I'm sure all our supporters will travel like they do, but we can't get too far ahead of ourselves. But we certainly can set our sights on what's in front of us, and we get some momentum. And it doesn't take much to get momentum in this game, and all of a sudden you start to get the thing moving in the right direction. And this is a really tight competition. You win 3, 4, 5 games in a row. You don't have to worry about the ladder position. You know where you'll be going. You'll be heading up towards where you need to be. So, again, we're process-driven. We'll get back to getting better. We got better today in some parts of our game, but we got some work to do in other parts again. So we can't afford to stand still.
Oh, he got 5 cliches in the space of a minute. Let's go back. That was elite stuff. Holy shit, that was elite.
He's on fire.
Let's go back. Fucking hell.
You're on fire, Fly.
He's trolling us. This is for us.
Yeah.
Oh, I need my. Okay, I'm taking notes here. This is brilliant. Okay, let's go.
Certainly can set our sights on what's in front of us.
Let's slow this down. I want to hear it in slow mo. It'll be better in slow mo. Oh, you can't go slow mo. Why can't I go
Boy,
slow
do I
mo?
take notes too.
Oh, you can't go. I wanted to go slow mo. That's
you
not
too,
fair.
Lucas, take some notes.
We get some momentum, and it doesn't take much to get momentum in this game. And all of a sudden, you start to get the thing moving in the right direction. And this is a really tight competition. You win 3, 4, 5 games in a row. You don't have to worry about the ladder position. You know where you'll be going. You'll be heading up towards where you need to be. So, again, we're process driven. We'll get back to getting better. We got better today in some parts of our game, but we got some work to do in other parts again. So we can't afford to stand still.
Do you get up to the Gold Coast a bit earlier? Get out of this cold Melbourne weather?
No, it's beautiful today in Melbourne. Beautiful. No, we'll head up as we normally do. A bit of a fly-in, fly-out mission for us, but I know, like I said, our fans will travel. We've played well up there. The last 2 years have been really close margins, both games, and we'll be excited for what that looks like. But we'll stay here for now.
Do you expect Brayden Maynard to be on that flight?
He's touch and go. He did a really good session indoors yesterday, and a lot more one-on-one combative stuff that he got through that he needed to get through, and he did, and got some confidence in himself. So that'll be a managed watch throughout the week, but it'll be interesting how that comes.
Frank, Adam expressed a bit of frustration around the umpiring, especially early on in the game.
You're not asking us to comment about the umpires, though. Is that a leading question? Beg your pardon?
Do you feel like you got away with a couple early?
It's a leading question. We've been asked not to talk about the umpires, and he has every right to ring through to Steve McBurney or other parts of Swanee if you want to make your conversations around that. But we've got a clear directive. We don't want to talk about the umpire, and we make a lot of mistakes, good and bad, throughout the year. As long as there's a communication opportunity, I don't want to stand here and be muted on the question about umpires. I think that's ridiculous. But there's forums that we can get to talk about the umpires, but this is not one of them.
Thanks, everyone.
Cheers.
Oh, that was a frosty question and a response.
Yep, he's a master. He's a master fly. I want to know. Look, my only question is with Fly, when he finishes up at the Pies, will he be? Will he get a seat for the Liberal Party or the Labor Party? I reckon he's more towards. I'm leaning more towards Labor. What do you guys reckon?
Yeah, Labor for sure. Yeah.
Labor for sure.
He's a politician, isn't he? He is the best politician.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Daz, I'm gonna try to bring you up again, Daz. Let's have another go.
Along with his greenie mate Darcy Moore. No offense.
Darcy Moore will be his running mate for sure. Daz, how you doing?
Darcy's not my mate, and I'm not a greenie either.
Oh, Daz, awful, mate. It's, you're sounding like some sort of like a rap tune from the 80s when we were doing like breakdancing and stuff.
Hey, mate, what I will do, guys, if you can just hear me, I will jump off, go back on again.
Yeah, try again.
Get on the laptop, pull everything out like I did the other night, and replug it.
That was like, that movie Electric Boogaloo?
Oh, yeah, breaking.
I think a lot of the time when people come on, it's often they've got like old earphones, like the old iPhone style earphones, and for some reason StreamYard just doesn't like that.
No,
you're often better off having it. Sometimes you're better off having it on a speakerphone on your phone or your iPad, or just be on your PC and have proper headphones on, and then that's better.
So I gather Uze had a dig at the umpires in his presser.
Yeah,
sounds like it.
Fly is more worried about offending the AFL than offending Collingwood supporters. Like, he can gaslight us every single week once in his selection press conference and then his post games press conference. But we don't want to offend the AFL. I can't talk about the umpires.
You got the comments, Matt, from the video?
Oh, okay, let's do that.
They might give us a laugh.
We need it.
Oh, yeah, the headline is, "Are the Pies hitting their straps?" Oh, please.
Good Lord.
Just trying to make this bigger. Okay. It might be a bit hard to see. Can you see that, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
it.
So you can read those comments.
Yep.
All right. So
Yeah.
Shooter is easily my favorite player. Does everything with so much heart. Daniel. Tony Costanzo. So what? It's only Richmond.
Yep. Good one.
Chris Coomber. Played Richmond, for fuck's sake. Every team gathers momentum against that rabble. MV North, you said it so much better than I could. This guy, Matthew. So to celebrate a 30-point win against Richmond today at the MCG, I will definitely walk in my Aria black slingback ankle strap pointed toe clicking heels. Did you get that one, Void?
I do.
Listen to this, Stephen Mottram. Don't let this spin fool you. No aspect of our game is in good shape. Here. Good on you, Stephen. The thought behind that is when we get players back from injury, we'll be much more dangerous when playing this type of footy. Max, who? We're nearly at full strength. Robert Kemp playing ordinary teams. Danny says, Pies had an easy win, controlled the match. So what? Jack, do they even know there's a war going on next door? Folk there seem so chill. What's he talking about? This guy, Richard, dreaming champ. Even if we were, it's too late. Still, they got to say something to keep any interest in finals alive. Because let's face it, without Pies, who's going to care? Lots of knockers, especially the keyboard warriors. We are not hitting our straps. If we beat Suns next week, maybe, but even then I won't be convinced. Absolutely. DJ Megs, bruise free. Just hope we can crack in and get it done when it counts and kick straight when we truly need it. Trivia matter. For God's sake, enough of the feedback comments. Oh, this is gold. Only played Richmond. Let's see where we're at in 4 weeks exactly. Ooh, we might finish 9th or 10th. Who cares? Exactly. The supporters care. That's who, dude. I don't know about it. I don't know about you, but we're the supporters, dude. We care. The members care about winning flags, and pretending we're not going backwards is plain moronic. So keep living in fantasy. Supporter. Good one, Simon. Some elite comments here. We are now an ordinary side, and that was snory, boring football. 5-goal win against bottom-feeding Richmond, and this guy reckons they're gaining momentum. Laughable. I love these guys.
Yeah.
These guys need to find our channel. What do you expect him to say? Oh. Doing better than your team, dude. Was that the same guy from before? Paulie?
Yes.
Paul Kyriakopoulos? It is. Oh, I love this guy. He's great. They beat a bunch of kids 17th on the ladder. Settle down. Should be settle the fuck down. They're going nowhere with that retirement home they are running. And Angus Anderson needs to be back in the side, permanent. Yep, agree with that. Oh, Paulie's back again. At least Magpies banked a great 2023 Premiership victory. So now mini rebuild. That'll do. Don't worry. Is your team going anywhere? Oh God. Okay, that's good. Good idea, Void. The comments are gold. What else?
Yeah, you can do whole streams in the future, just going through Twitter, Insta, and all that, and reading comments. That's enough.
Couldn't
That's
you?
good fodder for streams.
Guys, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom for a sec, guys.
I thought we just did when we watched the press conference.
Hey, Lucas, how would you feel if Fly was your coach and he was talking like that every week?
Sack that deluded guy now. Gee whiz.
We wish.
Oh, fucking hell. This is good stuff, though. This is comedy stuff, though.
He talks like that every week. Every week we hear this crap.
I don't even. I mean, this is just the press release to the media. I don't really put any stock into it. He's doing his like public relations bit, but it is fun to hear the cliches.
He's a joke.
You used to get a bit out of it, but these days they're so well. Unless they let something slip, they're so well trained.
Unless you're Ross Lyon, and you can throw it back on them a little bit. But see, Ross Lyon's got that kind of like, yeah. So what did you think? What did you think? Where did you think we could have done? You start doing that. What's your name again? All right, Michael. Yeah, okay, Michael.
That was a good idea, Void. That was a good idea. We read the comments.
Oh yeah, well, got to come up with ideas, man, to keep. Yeah, give us more things to talk about.
Yeah.
Geez, that was a short press conference.
Yeah. Sometimes it is short with him.
There wasn't much to talk about. It's a pretty boring game.
Oh, fucking oath. And he's happy with 5-goal win. You fucking idiot.
Well, at one stage, I thought we were actually going to get, I think we were about 7 goals up, and I thought, we get the last, like 10 minutes into the last, I thought if we can outscore them by 3 goals here and win by 10, that'll be all right. But
I know.
Great one from the boundary.
Well, I know for a fact that there's 2 questions you'll ask yourself. Where were you when JFK died? And where were you in round 16, 2026?
I know where I was when Princess Di died.
Oh.
I was at the MCG.
Oh.
I think we were playing Melbourne, but I remember it came up on the screen. And it was something like, the MCC regrets to inform the patrons of the MCG the Princess of Wales has just died.
What was the reaction?
It was just kind of shock. Like we all knew. Like I remember getting up that morning. I was like, young, but I remember getting up and I knew there'd been a car crash and she was, in a critical condition. And then went off to the football and Then that came
Yeah.
up.
I'm just checking. Just checking Twitter because Grant Thomas usually writes some acerbic stuff about all the games.
Yeah.
Well, my mum loved Princess Diana. That was one of her favourite people in the world.
Oh yeah. I remember I was working. I think it was a Saturday morning. I was working when I heard on the radio that Thingo had died. In excess, Thingo.
Michael Hutchison.
Yeah, I remember that one. I remember going to school, pulling up out the front of my mate's house on my bike, waiting for him to come out, and and then I got told that Darren Mullane had been killed overnight.
Bloody hell.
And I didn't believe it, so I got to go, shut up. And then one of the other kids pulled up on his bike and said it. And like back then, you know, we didn't have mobile, so there's no way the two of them colluded beforehand. So it was like, fuck, two people know this. No.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that day real well. My sister had his posters up on her wall. My sister was a bit older than me and bloody idolised him. Just the room
Funnily
was
enough,
covered in Darren Mullane.
we were looking at trading him for Jeff Hogg that year.
Jeez.
If he hadn't died, it was almost just about a guarantee we were going to trade him.
I didn't know that.
Getting in trouble.
Oh, I had no idea.
That was the year of the Mother's Day massacre too, I think. Jeff Hogg kicked a shitload of goals against us. Whether it had got done or not, but it was definitely on the cards. Because you won't believe it, we were desperate for a full forward.
I still remember when Sab Rocker was playing under 19s. I remember watching him in the under 19s as a kid. Yeah.
Oh, mate. It's like I reckon my whole childhood, it's like I've spent 40 years hearing about Collingwood chasing full forwards. Like since I was 10 years old. I'm nearly 50. Oh, yeah, fucking, we'll right into him. Oh, yeah, we'll right into him. Oh, yeah, he almost signed up. It's fucking one after the other. You name it. There's a period when we'll right into him. Fucking Lockett, no, maybe not Carey. Jonathan Brown. Fucking, you just one after the other.
Rewalt.
Just.
It's all right. They gave you Jesse White.
Oh, really? You had to bring him up.
Jessica White, yes.
They gave you Jesse White as a consolation prize for coming second on Sale of the Century.
Q Lynch.
Oh,
like,
the Q stick.
We used to always joke. It's like our people must go to the club and just look at the full. Go, that fuck, he's amazing. Who's that bloke standing next to him?
Lucas, I'm only going to ask you one question about you all. How do you think you'll go next week against Brisbane?
Oh, fucking hell. Sydney, put him back in form, the stupid dickheads. Yeah, it'd be a tough game. It will be tougher than the Gold Coast game, that's for damn sure. They have a good record down there in Geelong as well, Brisbane. They beat us last year. Down there, they smashed us. Won by 40 points. We had that stupid fucking whiteout game with the shirts, and we got embarrassed. So we should win, but I think it'll be very close. It wouldn't surprise me if we did lose, but if we lose, there goes top four. We won't make top four if we lose to Brisbane. That's gone.
I think Sydney were due though the other night. They've been barely getting over the line for about a month.
Yeah, I think Freo they've got to drop one game. I thought last week would be the game they drop. But no, well they bet us. Mate, who have they got this week? Then they have to play.
Gold
They've got to
Coast.
buy. Yeah, Gold
They've
Coast.
got
Yeah,
Gold
maybe
Coast.
maybe that's the game they drop. Maybe they've got to drop
No,
one. They can't go undefeated.
They're not going to lose to Gold Coast at home. No way.
Be a grudge match after the final last year.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree with that.
I reckon they might lose to Melbourne at the MCG and Hawthorn at
Yeah,
Tassie.
I can see that one.
And then
Hawthorn
they'll finish.
Hawthorn will be without Wizard for a little while.
No, they're saying only 1 week.
Oh, is it?
Did he actually do it though? I heard it was just awareness.
Yeah, that's what I don't even know what that fucking word means. Or what he's either done one or he doesn't. Yeah, apparently he's got. Well, they've got Richmond next week, so they can rest about 100 players in that game.
Like
Mate,
we
you
should have
can't
fucking
rest
done.
anyone against Richmond.
You got to take them
We should have
seriously.
fucking done that.
They're nothing to trifle with.
Ask us.
What hurts Geelong is that Hawthorn they only play 2 top 8 teams for the rest of the year. I think that's Freo and Melbourne. The rest of that they've got the Essendons, they've got Richmond, they've got West Coast, yeah, Collingwood. So they only play 2 top 8 teams.
Is that
They've
the
got
Hawks?
Yeah, they've got a dream run. We've got a bit of a tough game coming up. If we fuck up any of our games, then they're not going to drop hardly any. They might only, from here on in, they'll probably only, at worst, drop 2 games.
Gee, the Giants were stiff against them last night.
Yeah. Any injuries, yeah.
They were really took it right up to them. Don't know about Hawthorn. Still bit of a suspect. Bit suspect in the midfield, I think. Still,
They look good with, they look good with Will Day.
he's got 4 games left this year.
Yep.
And then he'll probably be on the sidelines for poor guy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they might be better if they had merit.
Yeah, they'll get married. Yeah, I was convinced if they had Day during that prelim, they would have bet us. They were 1 midfield short that day or that night.
Yeah, their forward line. See, that's the thing. Hawthorn are pretty vulnerable. But I mean, we talk about our old guys. I mean, without Gunston, their forward lines, doesn't look anywhere near as potent.
No, but they have been winning without him though. So, albeit against lesser teams, but apparently he could have played this week, but they just didn't want to risk him. Apparently.
Yeah. My bias comes through about when it comes to Hawks, I guess.
I can't fucking stand them.
I actually can't even have like a civilized conversation about them with people.
No.
And I'm a pretty civilized guy. I can talk about any team, but talk about Hawthorn, I can't sit there and go, yeah, how about this and how about that? I can't. I just see red.
I can see that. I can see that with your void.
Because they always want to bring, same with me, because they always want to bring up 08 or 89, and you're fucking over it.
I don't know enough of those guys because I mean, I used to like Hawks, back in the day because I had lots of family barrack for them, and I sort of didn't mind them in the 80s because they were all kind of rock stars, and we never won anything until 99. But yeah, once they started winning again under Clarkson, they were pretty obnoxious.
No, never liked them. Traditional rivals.
I had one cousin who is just needling me constantly about. I remember, so it was when Hawks were starting to be on the decline again. Like around the time we were coming up the ladder, 2018-ish. And I remember when we even when we won the flag in 23, you'd get messages, and it's really weird. It was like, yeah, that's great, you got one, nothing like 3. And I'm thinking, fucking hell, how many years you want to go back in time? We won the grand final like today.
Fucking hell.
It was
Yeah.
annoying shit. We talk about grand finals like to reminisce, like as fans, but they sort of, get back to us when you've won 3. Like, well, I don't have to get back to getting back to shit. It's when it's not the topic of conversation. Yeah.
All they got. All they got.
Matt's taken a very long piss.
I got a message in 2018, which was ha ha ha. Some of the grand finals we lost in 2002, 2003. I had got messages on my phone. They were just numbered. I didn't even know who they were from, and I saved them all, every single one of them, by the message that they sent me. And then bit by bit over the years, you get a call and it just come up. Suck shit, It's like, and then finally, now I know who you are. It's like, but I got one in 2018 from a girl I've known for years, and it was, ha ha ha, suffer. And I think my response was, there's a time and a place, and some people just don't get it. So how about you go and fuck yourself? And and we've never spoken again. And that was a Hawthorn supporter.
Bloody hell.
I remember when the siren went, in the 2002 grand finals, because we watched it. There was like we had a big barbecue. There was about 100 people, a grand final barbie, and as soon as the siren went, like everyone in the room was bashing me on the back of the shoulders. And I had a beer and I was swigging a beer. One of them just ran up to me and whacked me on the head, laughing. And actually, because I had the beer in my mouth, she just my teeth, yeah. So, yeah, they were bastards. And all the neutrals really shit me during grand final losses. I'm thinking, you don't have a dog in the race. I can handle a Brisbane person doing it, or even a Fitzroy person, but neutrals. I wouldn't go up to a Hawthorn supporter as a neutral and give them shit if they lost. I'd think it, but I wouldn't say it. Bit of decorum. Yeah. But it's weird. It's a weird thing with Collingwood. I've never ever thought we've had unlikable teams or coaches. Like I've never thought. I mean, maybe our fans are probably some of them can be a bit much, but I've never thought we've actually had an unlikable team that would draw the ire out of so many people.
But it's not so much a team. Like, a lot of people didn't like Buckley. A lot of people didn't like Eddie.
Oh yeah, I get that. Actually, I forgot about Eddie.
A lot of people didn't like Malthouse. So there's a big chunk there of a period where they didn't like, the president, the coach, and the captain.
Do you remember what Hutto said as I went back and listened to the 3AW call for the grand final? And I listened to all of it, because I found it on YouTube, the whole 4 hours.
Which one?
3AW, the 23.
No. 23, yeah.
And what did he say on the siren? He goes, how he made Collingwood not likeable but lovable.
Well, I think even Buckley, in 2018, people were liking Buckley.
Yeah, he did. They were. He turned his whole image around. Became soft, like a nice
doing
little...
that. Remember the show they did for the year, and they followed the whole process throughout that year, up until him telling the team in the rooms, I don't know how to lead you right now. I don't know what to say to you.
Yes. You see, Lucas, I don't know whether you saw it, but the runner that got in the way of
Woodward,
who got.
Yeah, your VFL. Yeah, wasn't he a VFL player?
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
fucking Hawthorn VFL player.
Oh, for Box Hill, yeah. I remember, because I remember the Mike Sheehan did an interview with him on open mic, and I saw that. Yeah, so I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Right after we lost the game, like, half hour or an hour later, Bucks has, got his arm around him. And I thought that showed a lot.
Yeah, no.
The guy was really blaming himself. But when you watch it back, he got in the way, but geez, that was a shit kick by Taylor Adams. I don't think it was never going to reach that. Stevenson was never going to make that contest. I don't think. Watching it back at the time, I was ropeable. And then when I was a little, when I'd calmed down, I thought, no, I don't think that's on you, buddy.
Was that the last ever time they had a runner?
The thing is, though, Void, he cleared a path for the West Coast player.
Yeah, true.
So Steve-O might not have got there, but he would have made a contest, and it's probably a 50-50 ball. But he cleared the way for West Coast, and that was a huge momentum shift.
Yeah, we never saw him again after that.
Yeah, for good reason. He'd done his job for the Collingwood hating world. Collingwood would lose another premiership, and job done.
Went back to Hawthorn.
Yeah.
They gave him a McDonald's franchise for it.
He's in a famous club. Sitting in that club is also the goal umpire that didn't give Pebbles the goal in 2002.
The boundary umpire.
The boundary umpire in 79. The umpire that didn't pay a free kick against Willie Rioli to gift West Coast a premiership. There's a few guys in that club.
Know what you should do, Matt? We should do one of those things where we send in an investigative reporter undercover just to have a beer with that goal umpire and just have a hidden camera, and just while they're talking, shooting the shit and drinking, so tell us what did you do that on purpose? And the guy's like looks around, he goes, yeah, fucking did.
Yep. Same with the qualifying final of 2022. Wouldn't you love to get the cameras on those umpires in that 2022 qualifying final against Geelong? You ever see that? Some YouTuber back in the day did a YouTube video that goes for 6 minutes. It's 6 minutes straight of the umpires just screwing Collingwood. It was mostly holding the ball decisions that didn't get paid. But just generally the umpires just going, hey guys, so at the start of the game, they go, okay guys, so what we're going to do is our boss, who is the twin brother of the coach of Geelong, they've just told us that his brother needs to win this game, okay? So holding the ball doesn't get paid to Collingwood. Any iffy holding the mans, front on contact, a whole bunch of stuff. Geelong are going straight to a prelim. Really? Yep. Yeah. Look out. Sorry, it's out of our hands. Our boss, his brother coaches Geelong. So it's out of our hands, guys. Just, we're getting paid. So just do it, all right? It'll be over before you know it. Oh, okay. Won't that look a bit obvious? It's okay. It's Collingwood. No one will give a shit.
Fucking hell.
I rewatched that game recently, and I actually forgot how we actually got 3-4 goals in front, which I didn't remember. I always remembered it being much closer all night. I didn't realise how far out we got in that. Yeah. The momentum really did shift after we got 3 goals up.
That was one of the best finals performance I've ever seen a Collingwood side. Like, we should have won by 5 or 6 goals. We were just all over them like a cheap suit. It was just atrocious. And that's one we should have bare minimum we should have been in a grand final. We might not have won it, but we should have been in a grand final that year.
We've had a few chances to get like this because I want to have another crack at Geelong in a grand final, you know, and we nearly got a chance in 22. We nearly got a chance last year.
Yeah, I would say I'd want to play Geelong in the grand final, as long as the brother of the coach is not in charge of the umpiring. Then if that happens again, then nah. Do you remember that game, Lucas? Were you like? Do you remember how many gifts you got in that game?
Nah, don't remember. Nah, yeah.
We'll do a retro watch along of that game one day.
Bloody hell!
And the holding the ball decisions that weren't given, it was like they were like a lot of them were forward 50, like, you know, ball, boom, gone, and then Geelong sweeping down the ground and scoring when we should have had shots on goal.
Because it was who was on Hawkins that night did a wonderful job. Because Hawkins didn't do shit in that qualifying.
Maybe I don't know.
Murphy.
Probably Murphy, yeah.
Would it be Murphy and what's his name? Murphy, Moore, and Howe.
Yeah, because Hawkins didn't do shit in that game. It was our small forwards that did the damage. Close kick to Gary Roran. He kicked 3 in that game.
Yeah,
from memory. So
we used to have Rowan's measure, but he got us that night.
Yeah, Cameron didn't have the best of games. He only kicked 2, but it was our small forwards and medium forwards that did the damage.
Can you imagine that, Lucas? Like the biggest finals poser that you guys had on your list just had his fucking one good game, his one good final that night.
Lauren, yeah. Because because Duncan and Holmes kicked a goals between them. So yeah, it was our small mediums that did most of the damage, which was rare for us. Because if you would have probably said Cameron and Hawkins only kicked 4 goals between them, you'd take that all day long.
Because we didn't pay any respect to Rowan because most teams didn't in finals.
No,
most teams didn't worry about him
because they thought, oh, he's just another.
Howe used to kind of. I think Howe used to take him, and he just played him well. He could get him in the air, even though he was fast. He usually played a bit taller, and Howe just had his measure.
That Sydney final after that, a couple of weeks after, we big mistake there was, I don't know, the coaches that Maynard on Buddy Franklin for a half, and I don't know whose idea. They just didn't move him. Buddy had done jack shit all year, and then he kicked like 5 or 6 goals.
I think the other mistake we made that night, and I think we made it because we knew he was going, but I think we should have played Ollie Henry instead of Ash Johnson.
No. Yeah. Don't do it, Peter. Save your breath, Peter. Fight temptation.
No. But I think obviously they knew he wanted out, and they just decided we're not playing anymore. I know he'd had a hand injury, but I think he was right then. But, Ash was like playing one player short that night.
He got homesickness.
Ollie could take a contested mark at least.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ash couldn't really.
Yeah.
Ollie had a few good games for us that year. He had a few where he kicked 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Well, what game is this?
Oh, this is all the howlers.
It's 5 minutes of bullshit.
See,
Cameron, this is the quick ball movement. We're seeing the Cats and Gary Rowan.
The first look is forward. Often
How's that for a shove?
That's incredible.
He's actually free behind the ball by himself. Geelong had the extra.
I remember that game being a nighttime game.
There's a lot of stuff about that game you don't remember, Lucas.
I'm trying to forget that game.
Honestly, because I said to you our goal kickers and Hawkins didn't have the best night in Cameron, but I thought it was a night game. I thought it was a.
I think it might have been a night game because it's nothing to see here.
No.
Yeah.
We don't even remember that game, Lucas.
It gets darker.
I think it's a Twilight.
Oh,
yeah. Twilight game.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because also like Selwood and Dangerfield, they ran amok that year, but they didn't really do much in that game. I didn't even know how we won that game. To be fair, looking at the stats.
Do you remember who our sub was?
Coach's brother was the umpiring boss.
Do you remember who our sub was for this game?
Super sub.
Wasn't it Kruger?
Yeah.
Yeah, the super sub.
What a pick for sub.
At our VFL team, yeah.
And Dingo was cooked in this game. My
A good
check.
tackle by forward.
Salves under that. Noble flicked it out.
Around the contest zone.
See Stengel on more then?
Probably a little unselfishly. Had the goal face in front of him. Still the numbers here. Johnson holding the ball.
Yeah, that was right in front of the umpire.
Oh, fuck me.
Selwood.
Yeah,
Selwood gets a free kick for that. Oh, and Dangerfield smashes Adams in the face.
Cleans up a bit of his own mess. Smothered by Atkins.
What's your throw?
Ron Stengel. Fires. Puts it on the Cameron. Finds his left side.
What a joke.
And then he's going to go.
And he missed it, actually.
Oh, good hands. How good was that from Pendlebury? There's the advantage going to be paid. Well, the umpire. Have a look at the advantage and then decided against the joke. Yeah. I think he felt like he had made his mind up. Quick ricochet back towards Lipinski.
How about, don't you love it when the commentators make excuses for them? Like
yeah.
That is, you could not get a purer advantage.
And Lucas, you don't have to agree with us. This must be rough for you to.
Collingwood's way, Holmes down the line.
They're taking the premiership away from
well
them.
done, Pendlebury. The composure, but that might be insufficient attempt. It will be. It's going to come back.
And it does come back in the Hawkins direction, and the body's too big.
I can't believe
Tough in the clinches, Pendlebury. Dangerfield. Rare panic handball from Stewart.
Extraordinary noise. 90 plus MCG. Two big Melbourne
Really
clubs.
clever kick. Holmes, can he pick it up? The goal's on offer. A bit of a fumble. Howe got him. Big saving tackle, Jeremy Howe. Saved a certain goal.
How is that not holding the ball? There's your prior. Second guy in.
Yes, how is that? Oh,
Through the middle, Ginnivan. What about that kick? Late hand in there was brilliant from Duncan. Goes, gets nothing on the ball. And now, just getting it through was Kolodjasny. Almost had an extraordinary bone fart.
Wow.
Late one maybe here for the Magpies. Hoskin Elliott. Oh, should have hung on.
Charges through the centre of the MCG. Went with the outside of the boot. Tui in front of Elliott. Well tackled, Jamie Elliott. Forced a stoppage, and that is really important.
The goalie won't get 666 so long. Oh, free kick too, because they've already had the warning.
We get a 666.
See Nick Dacos, he just
That's
wants
50.
the footy. Cameron decided. What was the call? To send it in. Prepared to go back to Stuart Stanley.
Oh,
a bit
cool.
clumsy, but he might have been lucky.
Oh,
Fend off here.
It's
That's holding the ball in any era.
Then he drops it.
the last 3 minutes with the
Through Nick Dacos. Selwood can get the handle almost through it. Advantage has been paid. Brad Close can turn and deliver. And then he's missed.
Oh, it's a cut-out pass in rugby.
Good play to kick out the end, though.
They took all the risks tonight.
Look at that.
Huge. Handball to space. Duncan. Eventually it sits for him. He can't quite get the footy to work.
That's two holding the ball.
Smith. Through to Close. Back to Smith. Smith.
Oh,
Smith. Missing.
And then they get a goal. Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
Pendlebury again.
That's a big day cross there.
Clever kick. Really nicely done.
Beautifully done to Ginnivan. Johnson's got out the back.
Yeah, that's 50.
Here's your siren. The Cats are through to a prelim. In one of the best finals you will ever see.
Smash Melbourne the following week.
Oh,
Well, sorry, the following 3 weeks.
There you go.
Oh, that made me mad all over again.
Oh, me too. Me too.
And then these pricks have the gall to complain, right? That they called advantage late in the grand final. That's the big hanging offence for Collingwood, you know.
Yeah.
And I'd forgotten about it because I haven't watched the replay of 2023 for a while. But someone mentioned in a chat earlier that Richo and Hodgie just didn't stop complaining about it, and they were just fully fucking embarrassing for Brisbane.
Yeah, geez, that I forgot how many. Like, yeah, okay, 1 or 2, fine, but geez, that's a lot.
Good game by the boys. Smashed Brisbane 2 weeks later, and then smashed Sydney in the grand final. Combined margin 150 points over 2 games.
So you got anything to say, Lucas, about that game?
Yeah, I just say it was a good game by our boys.
So you don't mention the free kicks at all? You don't mention the free kicks?
What a lot of people don't realise is there's never been the Scott brothers that they talk about the Brisbane three-peat, 01, 02 and 03, and for 2 of those grand finals the Scott brothers played, but no one ever talks about how they combined to help Geelong get a flag in 2022. No, it's not spoken about, and they deserve more credit because the boss, the manager of the umpires, was the twin brother of the premiership coach that year. That is an amazing achievement, and we don't talk about it enough. And well done. I mean, the Scott family must be so proud of that achievement. That not only did the Scott brothers fuck over Collingwood in the early 2000s, but they fucked us over in 2022, and it doesn't get spoken about enough. So I just wanted to highlight that.
Nah, good, duly granted.
But we'll take it. It's in the book. It's in the book. It's in the book.
Master plan.
Yeah, exactly. All I want to know is Lucas, is when Brad Scott got given a farm by Geelong, did he get a free headband with that?
Good question, but Matt, I agree.
Oh no, I think that was
Geelong have when they wear a headband. It's sponsored by Cotton On, but it also says Cotton On, and I also have a farm.
And did they get the headband at Darcy Moore too?
Yeah,
I'd like to know. See what they could do. They could say, "Hey, yeah, we've got farms, but we grow cotton on those farms, so it's sort of, and that's for Cotton On. But we don't use chain gangs. We don't use.
You know that footage there is way more upsetting than a film about Ted Bundy.
Oh, come on.
That is really upsetting, I agree.
Gee.
I have to go watch a Ted Bundy biopic just to calm down.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Peter, help me out here.
No one's going to help you out, Lucas. No one's going to help you out here.
Do you like it when Into the Woods when Dermot is criticizing someone and Mick goes, "Oh, do you know him? Do you know him?" He's like, "Hey, you don't even know the guy." It's like, and my retort would be to that, "Oh, do you know Ted Bundy?" Like, I reckon he's not a good bloke. I don't know him though.
I like Norm Macdonald. You know Norm Macdonald when he's talking about when he goes on one of those long shaggy dog jokes about someone evil, like Stalin. And then he always ends it on the same punchline. And he's like, this guy's a real jerk. I mean, he was a real jerk.
Wow.
Oh gosh.
Still, and all you had to do was wait 2 years later, and you won your flag. That's it.
Wow, you had to say that. You have to say that. We won it 2 years later. You couldn't just say, "Nah, the free kicks were there."
Good on you, mate.
One premiership, two prelims. Yeah. One premiership, two prelims. One premiership, two prelims. In Fly we trust. In Fly we trust.
So, Lucas, in your opinion, how many of those free kicks were there? In your opinion?
What, against us or against you guys? Sorry.
Yes.
There was a lot of misdemeanors in there, so we'll overlook those. Yeah, probably a couple of hogging the balls. Yeah.
I reckon the only ones that's hard for the Selwood throw. I could excuse the umpire for missing that one because it was just so fast. But that's because throws. We hate it that players can get away with throws, but they're so good at disguising it. It can be hard to tell first go.
They still do it.
Yeah, people.
That's how Melbourne won a flag. Melbourne won a flag. They did that all year. Clayton Oliver was the master of it.
Correct, he was. Yep.
Adelaide.
The thing is, I think probably at the time when you're watching a final, you always go into it with that mentality that you want them to put the whistle away. Mm-hmm. But man, they didn't just put the fucking whistle away. They stuck it. They put it up their ass.
Yeah. I don't like that. Throw the whistle away. No. Play blatant free kicks. If you're not sure, it's play on. But some of those, someone goes to fend off, and the ball comes out in a tackle. That's holding the ball in any era.
There was a thing the other night I caught. I'm trying to think the game now, and the player bounced it while he was getting tackled, and it was play on.
That's always holding the ball.
Yeah. It was called play on. And then one of the other commentators then tried to say, "Oh, maybe he didn't think he had prior opportunity." And it was like, for fuck's sake. So when did, and I was saying this the other night, when did prior opportunity ever become a reason that you can drop and throw the ball? Somehow prior opportunity and dropping and throwing the ball has been intertwined in our game now. Like you can literally drop the ball. If you get tackled and drop it, but the umpire thinks you didn't have prior, it's basically not dropping the ball. Like I don't.
Yeah, but
I've never understood.
It's not supposed to be that. Prior is when prior is there.
It's holding
for
the ball.
when you have prior opportunity, but you get pinged with it. So you grab the ball, and as soon as you grab it, someone's wrapping you up, right?
Yeah.
If you grab the ball and you fend off a guy, and then someone else tackles you straight away, that fend off was your prior. Or you duck.
Yeah.
You duck,
and that's the thing. If you do something, if you do something blatant and do the fend and that, but at the moment now, it's like you literally, and I think even, and I haven't seen the replay, so I don't know if he got his foot to it or not. But there was one there where De Goey got caught with the ball, and I don't know if it hit his foot or not. From where I was, it looked like he didn't make contact with it. He may have got a toe to it, and it was play on a win up getting a goal out of it tonight. But it's at the moment now, though, without like we see it all the time. Players get caught, drop the ball, or don't handball it properly, or it misses their foot. And if they didn't have prior, then they don't pay holding the ball or dropping the ball, anything. It's just play on. He tried to dispose of it, and that's enough.
But
Here's the thing. Milkshake's see Milkshake's comment here. Just one sec, Void. See, the AFL wants the game to keep moving, so that's why dropping the ball has disappeared. Okay, I get that. But whenever Collingwood guy gets tackled and he misses the ball with a boot, it's always holding the ball. So this rule doesn't apply to Collingwood.
So they want the game to keep moving. Can you
remember the last time we got tackled and we get pulled off it and we miss the ball with our foot? That is 100% holding the ball against Collingwood, but not for other side. Did De Goey
kick it tonight? When he was running into the forward and he...
No.
So that was everything, but he didn't get done.
Should have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought the same.
What I don't get game to keep moving, but then they bring in who's nominating for the ruck. Let's take 5-10 seconds till someone puts their hand up. Oh, who's nominating for the stand on the mark? This is all this. This is what I mean. They want it to move fast, but then they introduce all this other shit that shaves 5 or 10 seconds every. I don't know.
Oh, he did. Josh is saying he did get a boot to it. Okay.
And
I haven't seen the replay.
He attempted. Like, there's no attempt. Like, you had prior, you get tackled. There's no, but he tried to get rid of it. I don't get how that's even relevant.
No, I agree. It's before you change the rules, just enforce them properly and see how the game plays out first.
It's one of the best features of our game when someone gets tackled cold and gets a free kick. I think that's one of the best features of our game.
And there's also an art. If you get hit without prior opportunity and get hit hard, there's an art to maintaining possession of the ball too and riding the tackle. And if you let the ball bounce out, it's gone. Whether you had prior or not, it's that art, it's that strength of riding the tackle and maintaining possession of the ball and just wearing the tackle. And if the ball pops out, you're done. If you didn't kick it and you didn't handball it, then you either threw it or dropped it. It's one or the other. It's not knocked out. It got knocked out in the tackle. Pig's ass. You dropped it or you threw it.
And isn't it Geelong's fault we have to nominate for the ruck?
Oh,
no, that was Hawthorn.
No, not us.
That was Hawthorn.
Third man up.
I reckon that was Hawthorn.
I thought that was a Cats thing.
No, that's a Hawthorn thing, I'm telling you. Hawthorn.
Yeah. Hawthorn and the rush behind, that was Hawthorn.
Yeah, against us in 08, how ridiculous.
Yeah, Hawthorn used to have a ruckman and then they'd have a third guy come jumping through.
Yeah.
And send it forward.
Second tool.
But that never bothered me. I didn't care about that. That was part of footy for 100 years.
For me, the simple solution to that, don't nominate. Just can the umpire count about 1-2. There's more than 2 people go up for it. That's all you need to. That's all they need to do. I don't get why they complicate it. Like nominate. It's like, well, who cares who goes up for it as long as there's only 2 guys? Who gives a shit?
Or what you can do is just get rid of that stupid fucking rule and just bring back 3rd man up.
No, we don't want any more reasons for DC to be able to not be able to do anything.
Guys, what do you think about what Bergs was saying about McStay playing as a centre half back, intercepting backman?
Love it,
mate. I was saying it over the summer that because at the start of the year I was of the belief we were right into King. And I was thinking we need to start planning for, thinking we we're going to definitely get a full forward at the end of this year. So we need to start planning about how our forward line is going to look. And at the time I was thinking, McStay. I was thinking this might be Howe's last year too. And I was thinking McStay and Frampton and Darcy Moore plays third tall defender. And that's how our defence could look. If we can get a full forward, then you've still got, maybe West up there by the start of next year, and anyone a Buller or, someone else. Or at the very, and I'm still saying it now, is Jeremy Howe goes forward and finishes his career down there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be arguing with that. But you know what? One of the positives to come out of it today is that I think Buller can be our full forward. At least for the next year or two, because he can take a clunk inside 30 meters. He's done it 3 weeks in a row now, where he did it against Melbourne, he did it last week against Port, and he's doing it again against Richmond. Richmond obviously aren't perfect, but they've got decent key defenders. So he's out marking people like Max Gawn and people like Aaliyah and today with Loston and guys like that. He's taking competitive marks. The only problem with him was his kicking at goal. But I think I'm really bullish about Buller, no pun intended.
I'm not.
I think he can make it easier on him.
I think he can be a dangerous second tall. At best,
well, let's see.
I don't think he's a full forward.
I want to see when we are moving the ball quicker. You can't judge Collingwood forwards on how we move the ball at the moment.
No, I agree.
I think King would struggle to kick 2 goals today.
Yeah, and look, I know I don't know. I watch like our best leading forward today was Schultz.
Yeah.
Schultz created more and gave more options than what Buller did. Buller has this belief he can just push everyone under the ball and take a mark over their back, basically. He did it once against...
That's a good starting point, though.
Yeah, he did it once against Gawn, who's not a defender. He did it against... they didn't have
Gawn is a good contested mark, though.
But he's not a defender.
What he needs
I want to
to
see him do it against a proper fullback. Let's see how he goes against Jacob Wiedering, something like that.
Well, I think what he needs to do, like, it's great if he can take marks the way he's been taking them, like standing under the ball and just pushing them under. But it's just low percentage if that's the only way he can do it. If he can get out into space or on a lead or even jump, he'd kick twice as many.
Yeah.
Don't want to rely on just that as your only, mode. But it's good. It's a good mode to have because we don't have many guys who can do it.
No, yeah,
It'd be an absolute weapon if he could jump at the people.
I'm happy for it. And he's still young. He's still learning. And I'm more than, but he's not super young. Like he's not 21 either. So he'd want to hit his straps pretty quickly because he's hitting the age where he needs to be hitting his straps.
Yeah.
Now, this is a good point from Mallow. He says, if Moore is cooked and calls it a day, no-brainer, turn Buller into a defender the off-season, as well as bring in Charlie Ballard from the Gold Coast. Now, what we're doing is we're trying to get the feel. We want to know if there's genuine interest from Houston to find another club, and we will find a suitor for him. We'll put the feelers out, and also if Moore is unhappy at Collingwood, we're putting the feelers out to see if the Greens Party wants to get Moore as a candidate for Eastern Melbourne. So if there's any if there's any Labor Party members or Greens Party members who want a good-looking woke person with a really good profile in the community, who's a friend and inclusive to all of the type of communities that you guys are into, then that's because we want to find a home for Darcy Moore. We don't want to just delist him. We want to help him transition into politics. So
he can take that fucking that midfielder from Geelong as well with him.
Dangerflog.
Yeah,
that'd be a good pair.
Dangerflog.
Oh yeah, that'd be a great pair. Yeah. along with Captain Palestine from Fremantle.
Who's that?
What I will say, of all the players we've got, the best player currently that we have to play full forward is clearly Buller.
Yep. Yeah, and if he's you got to remember that we won a flag with Checkers, who's a third stringer. So if Buller ends up being a number 2, that's a pretty good result.
Cox played an important role. As much as he didn't kick bags of goals too often. The one thing Cox did do was he did often keep defenders honest. Not always, like Harris wasn't worried about him, but most of the time, against teams, if you didn't show him a bit of respect, he could bob up and take a mark here and there. And he often got double played, which is what you want out of your full forward, even though he was a battler. But, at the moment, I don't think if we go up against your teams that have a good key defender, I don't think they'd be necessarily worried about double playing Buller, for instance. I don't think Geelong will be coming up with a two-player defence around Buller. They'll just have one player on him. So
See, this is pretty what Josh is saying here, and it's what we were just touching on. 8 marks inside 50 in the last 2 weeks. That'll be elite in champion data. And how many other players have taken that many marks inside 50? So that's pretty
what
good.
I was saying before. He's making it. It's sort of making it hard on himself because the type of marks he's been taking the last fortnight are actually like probably the hardest you can take.
Yeah,
and we need to try and get him out get him to lead to space so he doesn't have to just take marks like that all the time.
Yeah, and what I can't understand is that like he. Like I've seen him, like one of the contested marks he took, and he ends up 15 meters out with a shot on goal. But as I've played a lot of forward myself, and I know that what you're doing, you set them up. They think you're going back in the port, and Lockie Schultz did it a couple of times. Then you double back, and then you hit the man up. Now you've got a 40-meter shot at goal instead of a 20-meter shot, but it's a soda really, at least getting it on the mark. And I can't understand because we've got one of, an absolute genius as far as forwards are concerned as a forward coach in Tyson Goldsack. I just can't understand why such a legend forward and such a respected forwards coach in Goldie is not teaching him that, because we all know how much of a career Goldie had as a champion full forward. So I don't know how the message is not getting through.
He put us on the ledger in that.
He did. And that's it. He's dining out. He is dining out on that first goal in the 10 premiership win, and so is half of Pakenham because they all had money on. Oh yeah. So,
do you remember when Wayne Carey came to Collingwood? Wasn't he Ford's coach part time at one stage?
He was a consultant. Yeah, part
Did
time.
they get better or worse under him? I thought it got worse.
I don't know.
Depends on the field or off the field.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He was good at teaching people how to hold a mark, but not how to hold a relationship.
Oh.
How to get drink cards.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I always remember the hype colour. Remember the hype
Lucas is getting triggered. Lucas is getting triggered over there. You all right, Lucas? You need to lie down?
Fine. I'm loving this. Continue. Please continue.
I actually miss Carey on Channel 7. I used to like him.
I didn't mind him.
On that talking footy thing, whatever it was. Can't remember the name of the show. With Tim Watson and that one?
No. Just the special comments on the broadcast.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Sorry, Lucas. I don't mean to do this to you again, but imagine you're in a pitch meeting and you're like a producer. And you're like, I've got a really great idea for a football show. What is it? Well, we're going to get Trent Cotchin, Josh Selwood, James Brayshaw, and Tim Watson.
That's harsh on Joel.
You just wait, guys. Koch and Selwood are going to be electric. Everyone's attention spans are going to be through the roof.
Oh. Gee, poor Joel. That's a bit harsh on Joel.
And then do you know how when you find a solution, but sometimes you don't actually get the solution you're seeking, you can accidentally find the solution for a problem you didn't envisage. What happened is they definitely found a fucking cure for narcolepsy.
Narcolepsy and insomnia.
Yep. Bloody hell.
What's narcolepsy?
That's where you just fall asleep suddenly, isn't it?
Sorry, I botched my joke. Yeah, damn, choked.
I've got that.
It was so funny because I like people breaking down games and stuff, but I was just watching Koch and so I'm thinking, fucking hell, they really. Who's the guy with charisma on this panel? Funny, Joel's actually better on 3AW than he was on television.
I like Wayne Carey as a special comments guy, but when he does podcasts, he's awful, I reckon.
Yeah.
And part of the thing is that maybe it's because I've seen him. He doesn't like the guy that he does a podcast with. I think it's Mike Sheehan's son.
I thought he did one with Sam Newman. I thought he did one with Sam Newman.
I'm not sure.
He used to do one with the younger guy that maybe the guy Matt's talking about. He had a different podcast initially. Then they just stopped uploading, and then he does one with Sam, I think now.
Yeah, he called Smart as Sam, because Sam used to do it with Don Scott, and they had a falling out.
Yeah.
And yeah, he now does it with Carey.
Oh, Don Scott's very sartorial, that man. Snappy dresser, not.
Yeah, Sam even made comments.
Speaking of Hawthorn, what are our thoughts on Mitch Lewis?
Oh, fuck that guy.
I don't see the appeal.
No.
Nah, fuck that guy.
He gets injured too much.
He's Dan McStay stats are better than his, you know.
I agree with that.
I think he's another one that Yeah, he plays well when there's like he's still like Marvia Chol's probably. Would Marvia Chol be their number one over Lewis when they're both playing together?
Well, he kicks more goals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He
I
does.
thought,
be
I
number
thought
one.
you meant the other Mitchell. I was gonna. That's why I said, "Oh fuck him." No, I thought you meant the other Lewis Mitchell, the one that's on Fox Footy.
No.
Jordan.
No,
Yeah.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind Mitchell Lewis, the player that's playing now. I don't mind him. I think he's all right. I think he's all right.
Guys, we promised
can have
Paul
him. You can have him.
forward,
You can
and
have
you're
him.
trying to give him Mitch Lewis.
Yeah.
Paul's.
You can have him, Lucas. We don't want him.
It's been 50 years, guys. In his lifetime, please.
I'll say, Matty.
I'd be.
We'll talk.
I would rather.
Yeah.
Sorry, Paul. I would
No, you're right.
rather invest in. If we're going to get a full forward, we either get someone who's an absolute star, or we get a more speculative choice like a Jed Walter, who is younger and we can get 10 years out of him. Mitch Lewis he's just got Jesse White vibes about him. I reckon, we've got West and Buller who both show promise. Like, you either get a really promising younger guy, or if you're going to get an older guy, they've got to be really good.
Look, if we can't get anyone and they've got to unload him, basically, if they get King or something and they've got to offload him for nothing, he might be worth it. But if you've got to give away a bit and pay him $900,000, I don't. Yeah,
I don't think
agree.
Mitch Lewis is. He's not like Jesse White. I worry he's more like Scott Cummings in 2002.
Oh,
yeah.
But I agree with Walter. the guy's a top draft pick. He's a top draft pick for a reason. He's got high end talent, high end skills, high end ceiling.
Yeah.
And he's
He's
what,
fast.
21? Like,
yeah.
So for me,
21.
The knock on Jed Walter, the big knock on him is that they think he's just more of an athlete and less of a footballer. He actually beat Bo McCreary in the sprint.
Yeah.
Wow, is that fast?
Yeah.
I saw him drop a soda against the other night. It was a shank of a kick, and he just ended up by himself, went straight to him above the head, and he just dropped it. It was a shocker.
Yeah, but once we get Tyson Goldsack, working with him, that'll turn around real quick.
He is the doyen of forward coaching. Our man Goldie. Everyone knows it.
Oh, gosh. Got to back in Goldie there.
Yeah,
Goldie knows what he's doing. He'll turn Jed Walter into Jeremy Cameron.
Yeah, he's gonna teach them to just not lead up at the ball, but just throw their hands around like a lasso. Yep, over the back. Fuck this leading at the ball.
Like, can you teach me how to kick 6 in a game? No, but I can teach you how to kick the first in a granny.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Today we're gonna do a drill. All right, McStay members, Bull. I want you to pay attention. We've got a drill, and what this drill is that when a midfielder is running into the forward line, what we want you to do is we want you to lead straight at that player, so it can just pop it out. Oh, you mean like what Shooter does? No, that's fucking gay. We're not doing that. We want to just stand back and just put it on our head. No, but it's like an easy mark. You can nah, not doing that. All right. We'll just leave it to Shooter. He can do it.
You don't get the key forward you want. You get the key forward you deserve.
Yeah.
So we were talking earlier, Matty. We're talking about and I think Void mentioned another full forward that allegedly we were going to get. And then, we'll talk about Darren Mullane in 91. And I said, where were you when you heard people died and stuff like that? And then there was a big rumour that Collingwood were talking to Richmond at the end of 2091 to trade Mullane for Jeff Hogg.
Yep, I was listening in.
Yeah,
didn't know that.
And then
that's the first I've heard of it.
Saying because he kicked and he killed us that year in the Mother's Day massacre, and it was I said obviously back then you wouldn't believe it, but we were desperate for a full forward. We've been fucking desperate for ever since, just about. And all I ever hear about is, we'll ride into Lockett, and we'll ride into this, and we'll ride into Jonathan Brown, and we almost signed this guy. And then whenever we look at a good club, it's like, Buddy Franklin's really good. Who's that bloke standing next to him? It's like Jesse White. He'll do. Who kicks all West Coast goals? Kennedy and what's his name? Who's the other one they said went to North?
Darling.
Who's the other bloke over there? He looks pretty big. Quinton Lynch. Yeah, we'll get
Quinton
him.
Lynch.
I thought our prayers were answered when we drafted Chris Tarrant.
Yep.
And for a while there, it looked like he was going to be the one. Just imagine though, if we hadn't have got Steve McKee, we could have got Pavlich, and it would have been Chris Tarrant and Pavlich in that 2002 grand final.
No.
I wouldn't trade those 2 years of service for Pavlich. Never. There were 2 fantastic years from Steve McKee.
We had signed Lockett, and it was subject to the approval of the board. And do you know why he didn't end up coming? Paul?
Was it? Yeah, I know. Was it the president wanted him and the board didn't, or the other way around?
Everyone wanted him, but it had to be unanimous from the board. And Wayne Richardson was a board member.
Oh,
and he's the father of Mark Richardson.
Yeah.
And he didn't want Lockett coming because there's too much competition for his son.
I've heard that.
Nothing against Mark Richardson. He was a real solid contributor. But the way they should have looked at it is like, okay, yeah, hey, Tony Lockett's going to come, but Mark Richardson would have been better as a second forward with Lockett there.
Yeah.
We could have snagged an extra flag.
And really, they weren't fighting for one spot. Mark wasn't a full
No,
forward.
exactly. Mark Richardson's not a number one fucking forward. As good a contributor as he was.
Never played in a final.
Oh, really?
Almost.
Yeah, well, that was that.
He was an emergency in the 02 one, I think. But
okay. Yeah, so he would have flourished with a dominant full forward.
Maybe.
He would have been a support. Well, he could have been a backman.
He had some moments, but he was never consistent enough. That was his issue.
He went in the ruck a little bit too.
I thought he was always a good contributor from memory.
He had moments, and he'd have patches of good games, but he couldn't just keep on doing it.
I think he played 150 odd games for us.
Yeah, he would have played at least 100 games.
Did I hear he has a son? Was it him that has a son that's coming through?
Yes, pretty sure.
Oh, well, he better be as good as Lockett.
Yes, exactly. He needs to pay. Hey, boys, how we doing? Come on. Sorry, I'm just herding cats here.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, it's funny. You know what? Nearly every other club turns forwards into defenders. We're the one club that turns defenders into forwards.
We'd also turn forwards into defenders. Presti was a forward.
I tell you what, though, whatever happens, if worst case scenario, Buller is going to be another Billy Frampton. He could go back to the back line next week, and he would be a good centre half back.
Mm.
Well,
I
for
probably
what
thought about him as a defender.
For what he costs, like I never thought he was going to be like the answer. I just thought maybe like it'll be a bonus if it turns out that way. I mean, we pretty much got he was an MSD pick for Sydney. When we got him, I thought, yeah, we're just this is about all we can manage to trade at the moment. Hopefully he turns out to be
we were talking
serviceable.
about that earlier.
I know
Sorry,
our
mate, you were just
supporters
saying
are so
how
desperate.
actually came to play forward.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Buckley met him in Bali, and he was over there and basically said to him, if you come to Collingwood, I'll give you the forward line. And then injuries, he ended up going into defence.
Bucks basically sold him on the fact that he was going to be like a Jack Gunston for us.
He's
and then
still
we had
good.
a couple of injuries in defence, and he fucking never got back there.
If we had another coach, he's a coach with some imagination. If it's me, I'm going, okay, righto. I know that Dan McStay can play back. We've got guys like Howes and Puncher and Ryan. You know what? We're playing Richmond today. I'm going to play Jeremy Howe at full forward. Oh, what about Lockie Schultz? Fuck Lockie Schultz. Give him a spell. We're gonna play Jeremy Howe out of the goal square. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, but Schultz wasn't in the goal square anyway. He was just playing pocket.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Schultz, you be a small forward, and let Howie be the guy leading up at the ball, because that's one thing Howe can do that a lot of those forwards can't. He's good on the lead. Remember in that Carlton game they beat us and he kicked 4 goals in the quarter. He just looked like a natural forward.
No, I agree. But I think
that's the type of thing. This year we're going through where we're not going to win the flag. We may make the wild card, but we'd have to win 5 games in a row. Let's be realistic. We should be trying shit like that.
Well, Howe is literally what they're trying to get Podge to do.
Yeah. At least we know how can do it at a high level.
Good Pods and Howe playing the forward line together.
I like having one small crummer, proper crummer.
Yeah.
My only concern with Pods is I think he needs a preseason. I think he just doesn't quite have, like, he looks like a bloke, that's been working a full-time job and playing a bit of footy. He doesn't look like a guy that's been dedicated to building his body for football. And that's why I actually hope we just give him a year and get him into one good preseason and see what he's actually got when he can. I think he gets away with it. And this is my only concern, like with Long going into the twos. Long bullies the players in the reserves. He can bully them. He's stronger. He can just lift his arms over the top, ride the tackle, handball it out, no worries.
Yeah.
But he doesn't quite get it. What works for him in the twos, and him going to the twos and getting confidence isn't always perfect, because what works for him in the twos doesn't work in the ones, because they tackle harder and they hold their tackles and they grab an arm.
Yeah, they do.
And all these things especially for him, the way he plays, he gets away with it, and it gives him confidence to go back and try what doesn't actually work.
Yeah.
And I think Pod might be a bit the same. He plays against, someone else probably who's either very young you know, especially with Richmond, is either very, very young and can't make their side with all those injuries, or he's literally a non-listed player.
Yeah, I know.
He's beaten them. So
how frustrating was it that Long, because he's in club fly, he finally gets dropped because he's playing forward and whatever and didn't work, and he goes back and he had a good game. But it should have, at that stage, it should have been, no, we're not going with you, Longy. You're going to go down there for at least a month. Show you can do it for a month or more. And because we know what you can, we know it's different when you come up to the ones. And Anderson is so much a better option than Long. He's got so much more to offer. He might not be able to get the possessions that we'd all love him to get 25 plus. So he might only get 15 possessions, but he just does so much more when he gets it. And things happen when he's got it. And also he hits the scoreboard as well.
Yeah. The KPIs for Long, though, need to be a bit different. I think for him, they need to say you're going back to the twos. And I don't know what his numbers are, but you're not going to get a game till you get your disposal efficiency up to about 85%. Doesn't matter how many possessions you get. Doesn't matter how many clearances you get.
Did you watch him in the twos when he had that game
against Melbourne? No,
yeah.
the
last time he played reserves, which was
I watched most of it.
Yeah,
but I can't remember what his just like.
It was good.
I know he missed
his
some,
disposal
but I don't know what his
efficiency was good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what his overall disposal efficiency was in the end. I just don't know. And he may have got a really high amount. I don't know. I can't remember. But that's where he needs to improve. It's not about for him, because he can go down there and he's going to kill him. He's bigger. He's stronger. Like he is. He's kind of a bit like who was that Carlton guy? Played for 10 years, Sullivan or whatever. Sullivan.
Yep.
Took him 10 years to play 50 games. Remember him?
Yeah.
Like he was clearly too good. A bit like even Callum Brown in a way. Too good for the twos, but not quite good enough for the ones. And it's not, certain things work, especially when you're big and strong in the twos. But for him, the bit that lets him down is his disposal efficiency. And that's where he needs to get better in the twos.
My response to that, if you had KPIs on him, his disposal efficiency in the twos is decent because he can get his arms above the tackle.
Yeah.
He handballs out and he gets clearances. So if they've said to him, we want you to get this many possessions, this many tackles, and your disposal efficiency is this, if they've said that to him,
probably got it.
And he's got, there you go, but he just can't do it in the seniors. That's the issue. So my solution to that is just don't play him. Just keep him down there, and give Anderson 4 games in the ones, and let Long sit in the twos for a month.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's playing VFL. I can't believe Anderson's playing VFL. He's too good for that.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Anderson should be playing.
I agree.
My only concern with Long is, I think, because of the way he plays, and it's always going to do well in the twos, about the only way he can really improve is playing in the ones. Because if he goes back to the twos, no matter what he does to play well in the twos, doesn't help him in the ones. So it almost gets to a point where you say, well, do we go, is either just purely a depth player when we're getting hit with injuries, or you cut him loose type thing. Because I don't think he can improve in the twos. I don't think his style of football, he needs to be in the ones to keep improving. And he hasn't been. So some players can go back to the twos to improve or get a bit of confidence. But I think with Long, I think he's always going to dominate in the twos now.
Yeah.
How did West go?
I think he kicked 2 goals, 2 or 3 goals.
Yeah,
he was pretty quiet today.
Yeah, Pods was the one that had a good day. 4-5 or something, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard Mick say that Potts needs to go back to the VFL, just improve his goal kicking a little bit. So,
what I think they're trying to do with West, or just my assumption, he's only played the centre half forward role for like 2.5 weeks because they only got him to do it in the second half of that game a few weeks ago. I reckon they want to get him. They want to give him 2 or 3 games in that role, probably in the VFL, before they bring him back. And he's trying to I can see even today, he was hitting up like passes. He wasn't looking at the goals as much. So I reckon they've probably instructed him. They want him to develop other elements of his game as well as the goal kicking, because he was actually doing really well when he did hit up a target. It's a decent field kick. And he was doing nice little 30-metre short passes even inside the arc, kind that Bobby Hill used to be really good at. And for a big guy, that's pretty good.
Which is almost a bit like playing the sort of Membry role, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because Membry does push up the
they're
ground.
grooming him. They know that they want him to come in. And he's obviously happy there. He signed an extra 3-year extension or 2-year extension.
Mm.
He'll be all right.
All right. It's 3 o'clock. I'm going to call it, guys, for myself.
Yeah.
nah, that's all right.
Mm.
A good chat as always, boys.
Always good chat.
How many did you get on your watch along?
Mine, 150 last time I checked.
Oh, good work.
Well done, Lucas.
Do you do them often?
I do them every Geelong game.
And showdowns?
Yeah, no. For whatever reason, if Geelong isn't playing, I'll find a game to replace that watch along. I make sure I do a watch along every week. So when Geelong had the bye the first time, I picked the Hawthorn game, and this week I picked the showdown. So
gotcha.
Yeah, so I always try to do a watch along. So I do. We got 4 shows. My co-host does a show by himself on the Sunday, the review show. Our flagship show is Monday. We call it Monday Fun Day Show. So it's be like a recap of all the AFL games, and it's more like a sports show than an AFL show. So we cover all sports, World Cup, NRL, F1, MotoGP, whatever's on at sport, cricket. And then I'll do the tipping show on Thursday morning. Like I'll do that at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. You know, that's a 15-minute show. And then the watch along. So, yeah, so the Monday Fun Day show only goes for 2 hours because my co-host works. And he can't go past 9:30. So we literally wrap up then. And then, my tipping show on Wednesday or Thursday morning, whenever. And that'll only go for like 15, 20 minutes. And then the watch along. So, and if Geelong are depending on the time, I'll do a review show and I'll do that for 2 hours. So 3 hours for the watch along, 2 hours for the review show. It's one stream, so the stream goes for 5 hours. And then my co-host will do a Sunday review if we're not playing on Sunday. So yeah.
And are you happy about Egypt?
Yeah, I think that's. I would have preferred Iran, but Egypt's not too bad. You know, they're not. It's not as dangerous as everyone else makes them out to be. You know, yeah, they got Salah, but the quality across the board is really not that great. So, yeah, that's a good
anyway.
Yeah, correct. If it was Belgium, you'd probably think, no chance. But I think it's more of it's a 60-40 for Egypt. So it's definitely a winnable game. So
I like Egypt. I like Egypt.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Pharaoh doesn't have as much influence these days, so I reckon we've got him covered.
Yeah.
Chris Scott's not.
Hey,
Brad
did
Scott's
you-
not in charge of the umpiring, is he? At World Cup?
No.
Winning every contest for sure.
All right, everyone. I'm going to check out.
Did
Have a
you
good
guys?
night.
Did you guys want to finish up?
Yeah.
because I
Did
can
Daz,
get-
Yeah.
did
You
Daz
want it?
ever come
Okay.
back?
No, he didn't come back.
Okay. All right.
I gave him
And
a
Chris
couple
is
of goes.
gone. All right.
Yeah.
No,
All
see you
right,
later.
guys.
See you, Peter.
Cheers.
See you, Lucas. All right, I'm going to shut it down if everyone wants to get some shut-eye. And thanks for everyone who jumped on. Thanks for everyone in the chat. And we will see you guys all, I guess, earlier in the week. We'll probably do a show at some stage. So
Okay, man. See you
good night,
later.
everyone. Have a good one.
Good night.
Go
Good night,
Pies.
Good night, everyone.
See you, mate.
Go Pies.
Go Pies.
Is that good?